Hi there. Today's the big day. Are you excited? I know, you've been looking forward to this. Are you a little nervous? I understand. Yeah. So, I know that you have never had a memory healing before, right? It will be pretty profound. It may be kind of hard. I want to prepare you a little bit. So this week may be just a tiny bit more challenging. So it doesn't mean that you need to take off work. It doesn't mean that you can't do your daily activities, but you may get tired a little bit easier. You need to put self-care into place. When you know that things are going to be tough, you need to make sure that you're clearing things off of your plate that are not essential, that you are eating well, healthy, making sure you have healthy meals, that you have water, that you're drinking on a regular basis. No, coffee doesn't count, sodas don't count. Tea does count, especially if it's decaf. And some slightly flavored water that doesn't have too much sugar and no caffeine, that's okay too if you've struggled to drink water. But you need to do a few extra things for yourself. So let yourself go to sleep a little early. Let yourself get a massage if you need a massage. Just take it easy. By the end of the week, you'll be feeling much, much better. But this does take a lot out of you, even though I would say by next week you will be feeling like a brand new person. Yeah, our memories can really weigh us down. We can have a lot of feelings of guilt. I'm not going to take your memories away. Don't worry. This is not about cleaning the slate or anything like that. This is about helping you to cope and helping to heal those memories. Sometimes we need a reminder that we were in a different place when we did those things, when we made those decisions. Sometimes it's something we had no control over, and we need to accept that we had no control over it, and we need to find ways to move on, if at all possible, okay? So that's what I'm going to help you with today. So I am going to pull a card for each of your chakras. And after I pull each card, we're going to work on healing that chakra and that memory, okay? Alright, so I'm going to start off. We're going to start with your root chakra. Are you ready? Okay, I know. Alright, so first, just close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths with me. You can leave your eyes closed for the whole thing if you'd like. Sometimes that's helpful. Sometimes it may be more helpful for you to look into my eyes and know I'm here supporting you. If you ever feel scared, look into my eyes. If it ever feels too overwhelming, let me know and I will stop, okay? I am just preparing you. This may not be like this for you. For some people, it's totally freeing. They still need to take care of themselves over the week as their body's adjusting to the changes. But it may feel wonderful right off the bat, okay? Especially if you have some hard feelings that are not very conflicted. They just may be incorrect memories, or they may be denying the fact that you were a kid when it happened, or denying the fact that you really had no control over this situation, okay? So we're going to start with your root. Just keep deep breathing. Okay. So your first card is the Hierophant. Alright. So this is your root chakra. It makes sense. So this is a memory that you're holding at the base of your tailbone, which is usually our area of like safety and security. This is where our most basic needs are. So we want to feel safe, we want to feel secure. And in your case, the memory that's coming up may be something around either education. So it may have been during your formative school years, or it may be an organization that you were involved in. So I know a lot of people have conflicted feelings about organizations they were brought up within their family, either religious organizations or other kinds of groups. It can be your family group as well, though less often. This is usually outside of your family, but especially if your family was very controlling and very tight-knit, this could be a family issue. It's kind of the groups that you belong to. So it's usually outside, but you should know what feeling is coming up. If you don't know yet, I encourage you to close your eyes. And as I do the healing, even if you're not sure what memory it is healing, just allow yourself to feel freer, okay? So I'm going to start by gathering the energy from the earth. This is a kind, healing Mother Earth energy, okay? And it is going to be the main energy that we work with to help heal these memories, okay? So we're going to bring that up from the earth, like you are rooted down into the earth. You are grounded, you are supported by me, you're supported by the earth. We are here to help. And you will only receive what you can handle. Again, you may need some self-care to make sure that you easily transition, but you're not going to be given anything you can't handle, okay? So, that red disc at the base of your tailbone, holding this memory of some sort of childhood, and I definitely can feel like it's childhood, group or educational system. Maybe there were some tough things that happened in elementary school, junior high, high school, that kind of thing. Or again, it could be a group that your family was involved with, that maybe you did not have a choice about whether you were involved with them or not. It was just part of your family, but you have some conflicted feelings there. So I want you to let this white light just give me the energy to heal this memory. Again, the reminder that with this kind of memory, you are a child. You are not in control. You do not have the same cognitive abilities as a child as you do as an adult. And we often put our adult self on these childhood memories and we say, why did we make that decision? Why did we do that thing? Why did we allow that to happen? We don't have the same power as a child, and we don't have the same brain that we have as an adult. Our brain is still growing. Our brain is figuring things out. Our brain thinks of things as very black and white. It's very hard to make discerning decisions when you're a child. So, I am going to give a hug to that memory, to you, to that chakra. And as I pull my fingers away, we're just going to heal that chakra of any feelings of guilt, any feelings of distress that surrounds that memory, okay? Take a few deep breaths with me, allow that to clear. Beautiful. And remember, even if there are memories that are not completely healed, they do not control us. We can change the decisions we make in the future. We're not bound by our previous behavior or conditions that have happened to us. So now we are moving up to your sacral chakra. So this is an orange disc right below the belly button. It is what you nurture in the world. So here you have the Nine of Swords. So this is worry, guilt, anguish. So you may be nurturing that worry and guilt, holding on to it, refusing to let it go, punishing yourself for some memory that returns to you and you feel you are not allowed to let go of because you need to continue to hold on to that guilt, hold on to that punishment of yourself. And not all of these memories may be this heavy. Sometimes they may just be, I stole something from a friend of mine. They may be relatively light, but they've stuck with you and maybe altered the way you see yourself. So we're going to gather up that energy from the earth again and pull that up to this orange disc right below your belly button. Allowing that energy from Mother Earth to help just cleanse away the worry and the guilt. It's not serving you anymore. It's not helping you. You've learned the lesson. You've taken responsibility. Beating yourself up is no longer improving the way you interact with others or the decisions you make. You have already learned the lesson, and you can now let go of the worry and guilt. And again, for this one, this doesn't feel like a hug. This feels a bit like a push. So we're just pushing. It's almost like there's a wheat field, but it's more grass-like. It's soft, and we're just pushing it away, and we're pushing it to the side. Not denial, just this is not your time. We have done that work. Good, beautiful. A few deep breaths to let that go. Excellent. Okay. One more for this kind of first cycle. We're going to work on the lower chakras first. So the next chakra is your solar plexus chakra. So this is power and control. This is trying to generally, when it comes to a memory, imagine you had control over something you did not have control over, and your card for this is justice. So again, my guess is this is justice for someone else. That someone faced the consequences of their actions, and you have been trying to take responsibility for it and trying to imagine you had control and could have fixed things when you could not have. You did not have that control. You did not have the ability to change this other person. You did not have the ability to change their actions. You did the best that you could, and you were unable to fix it for them, as often we are unable to fix things for other people. So again, gathering this energy from below, from Mother Earth, embracing you with this energy and pulling it up your spine to your solar plexus, right where your diaphragm is, below your rib cage. This yellow disc, and just smoothing that onto the chakra, allowing that energy to almost massage away this pain, this need to want to change what is already past, to want to, through taking on the guilt, trying to change something you never could have changed, and you definitely can't change now because it's already past. So again, this is more like a massage type movement. Just a gentle effleurage, just a smoothing, allowing that energy to help with that healing. Very good. Take a few more deep breaths. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So now we have worked on our lower body to stabilize ourselves for some of the upper chakras and the memories that will come there. And the first chakra we will work on at this point is your heart. So, what do you love? What do you care for? And this is the Six of Swords. So, this can mean several things. It can mean travel. That's sort of the often the predictive use of this card. It means that there may be some travel coming. But for this, because it's a memory, there may have been some travel in the past that you have some conflicted feelings over. Or it can also be an emotional journey. So it can also be recovery from a physical ailment, from an emotional ailment. It can also be like a depression that you have. And it doesn't have to be as intense as a diagnosable depression, but we all get sad and we all get the blues. We all have rough times. So it may be a time like this in the past. And I don't feel like you have guilt over it. I feel like maybe you have some fear over it. Again, a lot of times when we have fear, we feel it in our heart. We feel it like a fluttering in our heart. And so I feel like this is more of a fear energy. So I'm going to gather that energy up from the earth. And we're going to pull that up your spine all the way up to your heart center. And you may almost want to give yourself a little bit of a rock and a hug. Because yes, you've had those hard times. But you've also weathered them. And rather than focusing on the fear of those times, as hard as it may be, focusing on when you have managed to feel better and pull yourself out. And it's not easy, and not everyone's able to do it for long periods of time. But most of us are able to at least find periods of time when it's not as bad. And you want to focus on that strength. Good. And again, I think this one does need another hug from me. Okay. Deep breaths. Moving on. We're now moving to your throat. So this is the blue disc right at your throat. This is generally speaking your truth, communicating, setting boundaries. Interesting. So your card here is the Hanged Man. So this is about letting go. It can be about waiting. It can be about patience. And in the case of your throat chakra, it may be about not saying what you needed to say at the time. Because it's a memory, allowing yourself to know that sometimes, although you think that's what you should have said at the time and you think it would have had this positive outcome and would have changed things, it may not have. You may have made the right decision at the time not to speak. It can also be letting go of, when I think of the throat chakra, I think of having the inability to say no to things, the inability to stick up for yourself. And with the Hanged Man, this may be letting go of trying to please everyone else and saying no when you need to say no. So gathering up that energy and bringing it up your spine all the way up to your throat. Letting it kind of run like water, warm water down your throat. So almost like when our throat's feeling constricted or dry or tight and you have nice warm water or warm tea or sometimes even warm coffee run down your throat, and it seems to clear it. It soothes your throat, and allowing that energy to do that, and allowing you to let go of any feelings of anger. That's what I'm feeling. Almost anger either towards others for pushing your boundaries and asking for too much, and often that comes with a little anger at ourselves that we didn't stick up for ourselves. And so I am just going to run my fingers down your throat, just gently, and around the back. Good, good, good. Okay, another few deep breaths. My guess is you're starting to feel maybe freer, but also a bit fatigued. This is a lot of work. We only have 2 chakras left. And they may be challenging, but they also can sometimes be the most freeing. So you may need a nap after this. You're welcome to do that here if you would like. I have a guest room. You're welcome to take a little nap or meditation or whatever it is you need, or cry. It's okay too. All right, so now we're at your third eye. So this is listening to your inner voice, your inner intuition. It's not what you're thinking. It's intuition. It's what your body knows that sometimes you don't pay attention to. And this is the King of Wands. So, the King is inspiration. The King is creativity and, someone who's bold and moves forward. So, in terms of a memory, my guess is if there's any memory with guilt, it may be that you didn't listen to your intuition. This card is telling me you have intuition flowing all through you. And the memory that may be a struggle is not paying attention to your intuition. That's okay. Sometimes we need to learn by making those mistakes, but you can listen to your intuition going forward. So this actually feels much less conflicted than many of the other memories. It may just be you coming to a realization that you need to listen to that intuition. So we're pulling that energy up your spine from the earth, up to your third eye, the middle of your skull, allowing yourself to accept that your intuition is often right, and that although you may not be able to describe why you're feeling the way you're feeling, you may not be able to easily understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling, your intuition is generally right. So you need to pay attention to it. So this is more of a clearing. Again, that clearing away of the doubt, of the lack of self-trust. This is not a painful memory. It just may be a, darn, I wish I had listened to what, sometimes we say it's what our heart is telling us, or sometimes it's what we just get an off feeling about something, or we get a very positive feeling. Sometimes things just seem to click into place, and we can not trust that feeling. And so we can take a more difficult path that is not where we should be going. Okay, we're moving up to the last chakra. This is your crown chakra. It's a violet disc up at the top of your skull. And it is usually your connection with spirits, with spirit, with energy, with God, whatever that is for you. And it's being able to listen to what you are given by those energies around you that are trying to support you. And this card is the Seven of Swords. So this is a little bit more conflicted. So this is trying to take care of everything by yourself. And since this is your crown chakra, this is probably you not allowing the energies around you to help guide you, to help support you. This is you saying, no, I have to do this all on my own. I cannot accept what is being given. I cannot take the easier path, even though it might get me exactly where I want to go. I need to take this more difficult path. I can't listen to the support that I am receiving from the universe. And it may have been a time, again, since we're talking about memories, this may have been a time when you felt like you had to do it all on your own. And that may have felt very, very hard. And you may not have been listening to the energies around you that were trying to help, trying to support, trying to comfort. And allowing yourself to accept that in the future. You cannot change what happened in the past. You can only change your behavior based on it. So we're going to open that violet disc up on the top of your head like a satellite so that you can hear the messages you're receiving and feel the support you're getting loud and clear. And I'm going to spin that satellite so it continues to feed you energy. And last but not least, we're going to pull down the silver energy from the moon. It usually helps. It's a little bit of a harsher energy, but you won't feel it because you've already done all this work. But it may blast away a few more blockages that you're feeling. So bring that down through your crown chakra, through your third eye, through your throat, through your heart, solar plexus, sacral, and down to your root. And allow that just to fill your body. Continue to breathe. How are you feeling? Emptied out. That's a really good way to describe it, because it is that fatigue. You feel worn out, but you also feel like you've created all this extra room to be able to bring in more wonderful things into your life instead of keeping it stuck with these memories that are not accurate, that are stories you've told yourself for years, and maybe holding you back. Yes, I encourage you, stay here, bundle up under the blankets. You may feel a little bit of cold. Even though it is warm today, you may feel cold. It's very common after doing all of this kind of energy work. And I want you to just continue to breathe, close your eyes. Whether you sleep or meditate, it's totally up to you, whatever you want to do. I will have water for you as soon as you get up. So as soon as you get up, come on down. And you can have a glass of water, and we can talk through anything you need to talk through as well, okay? All right, I'm so excited to do this for you. I think this will mean big changes for you. All right, can I give you one more hug? Okay. You did excellent work. This is not easy, and I'm very proud.